Hey guys, hope you're doing well. Welcome back to the channel. This is a channel where I make videos for my athletes every day, Monday to Thursday, to give them kind of tips and tricks to get them to their goals. And mostly what I talk about is mindset stuff, but I do touch on bodybuilding important things like training, nutrition, and things like that too. I am a little bit sick, no, I wouldn't. Yes, I'm a little bit sick. I'm going to say almost sick, but if you're taking medication, you might be sick. You know, if it walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, it might be a duck. So I'm taking some medication, but I'm okay, no issues. Really just a little bit irritated, I guess, or irritated with the fact, not really irritated in person, you know. I'm somebody that's over the years learned that when you should rest, enjoy it. When you should be training, enjoy it, you know. I'm not sitting around frustrated and driving myself up the wall for no real reason. I can just as well enjoy it. So the one thing, as Binky is chowing on her biscuits, especially as I'm going to talk about nutrition timing for peak performance. So of course the idea around peak performance is getting to the optimal result, where with bodybuilding the optimal result is normally depending on how far you are out. In other words, are you in the off season, then you should be eating enough to fuel excellent workouts, where when you're in a diet phase, your food will be restricted, so your training might not be optimal, but the fat loss and, you know, muscle retention, that would be the optimal result. So that is something that you track, right? Of course, you know, it's various opinions about how you should be training while you're dieting. Anything from 1 till 10, everybody says they've got science to back it up. Like, who cares? As long as you're training hard and eating right, you will get results. There's no best way out there. You really need to change it up. I think if you think there's only one way to do it, you'll back yourself into a corner because you know, how are these other people then also getting good results, you know? You just need to stick to what you believe in and follow through. We've again talked about that a lot. Don't fall around too much on various types of diets, but get things that you know works for you, and then use those when you want that specific result. And then when you want another result, you need to adapt. I'm in a phase now where I'm doing a little bit more of endurance stuff as a hobby, so I'm learning that I need to eat more calories that I'm used to, not necessarily for my mindset, because as a bodybuilder I've learned to do work on very little calories. With endurance sports, if you do that, regardless of your mindset, your body kind of starts to shut down. You know, it doesn't really matter what your opinion is about what you want to do. You'll start feeling tired. You'll start for instance, I really pushed it hard the last 2 weeks. So again, I didn't really adapt my nutrition too much, just focusing on getting to training, doing everything I need to do, and then sticking to my diet. And this over weekends increase in calories. But again, that's not really enough if you want to train optimally and do all these other things. So I've now adapted a diet, added some things, and then I'll see if I have a better result in a week or two, and then work it from there. You kind of have to give something some time, and then adapt slowly, especially with adding endurance stuff. It's something different from bodybuilding. So that's something I thought I would talk to you guys tonight about. I don't want to make it too long a video, but you maybe a good thing that you can take away from this would be to not get too fixed on one certain type of thing. I know that when I work with athletes, and every now and again I introduce something new, they're like, wow, that blows my mind, you know, and they think it's that one thing. I'm like, there's so many things like that you introduce, and it has a different impact on the body, but it really depends on what the end result should be. You can't just have everything all at once. Unfortunately, it's a slow climb up the mountain, but the view is great. Guys, have a great night, and I'll see you next week.